Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Building Me. My name is Gloria, your host. Here at Building Me, our goal is to be better than we were yesterday. It's not just about building me, Gloria, but it's about, when you say the word building me, like you're building yourself. Build is me, in all areas, in all aspects of life. And today I have my bestie here today to talk about a few things. This specific video is going to be about friendships. So I want to disclaim, she's the real friend. I have learned so much about friendship just by not even we've been friends for what, 10 years? 10 years. 10 years. Is that for real? Dang, 10 years is actually crazy. But I think I've learned more about friendship this past, I'll even say couple years, 2-3 years. I really understood what it actually means to be a friend. And alongside of me being in relationships and everything, I used to put the guy before my friends. And I learned that was not a good thing, because in the end of the day, who's going to be there when that guy eats? Your friends. I can make so many friends, but it's about who's staying, who's really impacting me, and who's really growing with you. We're talking about what we've learned about friendship, and not all things festive, but basically what we've learned about friendships, not just from ours, but from other friends that we have, and from friends we've made in the past, and how that's shaped us and who we are today. So let me set my timer, because I just set my timer.
First of all, I want to say, Glory, don't say that you have not been a good friend. I feel like back then, you said the first 5 years, 6 years, whatever. But I feel like we're very, very young, still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Learning about each other, having our own friends as well. And we were trying to see how we can be our own individual friend. Is that the right day? Individual friend.
Yeah, I know what you.
If that makes sense. So I would not say that you have been a bad friend, because I've had my own share as well. So just back to your question. What was it again?
What have you learned about friendship?
What have I learned about friendship? I would say friendship has taught me about intentionality. Like Glory said as well, not just in a relationship like you and a guy, but also being intentional, us as friends, girlfriends. And I think that's, to me, is one of the most important things that I've learned, is not only being able to put in the work into other relationships, if that makes sense, but into our own friendship as well. And I think just growing up, I've always been that kind of person too. Just caring, just generous, just loving, and always a people person. So I've always wanted to, I told myself, I'm like, if I'm going to have a friend, I have to be able to put in my all. But before I lose track, I'll say friendship has taught me to be intentional, to be loyal, to be honest, and communication as well is very, very key. And I feel like that has shaped me not only in our friendship as well, but even professionally as well, and to other friendships. So
yeah, that's good. I think one thing that is underrated is communication. We all say, everybody says that, even communication. Boy girl relationships, they say, what do you guys need to work on? Communication. But it's communication is deeper than what it even means. You don't just mean hi, how's your day, etc. But it's being vulnerable, opening up, telling this person what you're actually thinking, being able to have deep discussions, uncomfortable conversations. And I think we've done a lot of that this year. So it's crazy. Because for me, it wasn't something that I was used to, didn't really know how to. And then she kind of made it easy for me to kind of just open up more and more. And I said, okay, I can actually tell her more. And so that kind of helped. And then one thing I wanted to talk about was that I learned this year. You sent me a video, I think it was last month or this month, about you're never too broke to spend time with your friends. Because one thing that I used to, no, I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I do it. More in the past, it was just people would always want to just hang out with me. And I was never really close enough for them to just come to my house, or me go to their house. It would always be going out, which included money. Either that, or I wanted to use those times to literally just work on real estate and perfect my real estate and just be better in my career. And I think nothing's wrong with that. I think I did that too much, that it not really affected, but it made me not make more time for the people that want to be my friends or are actually my friends, etc. And the video you sent me was talking about never be too broke to spend time with friends. Meaning like the money comes and goes.
Yeah.
One thing I've always said is like money comes and goes. I say that to you too. Money comes and goes. Whenever I go through my stories or my camera roll, I'm always like, oh, I see pictures and those pictures bring me back to where I was when that picture was taken.
Right.
But when you do certain things, you don't take pictures, you won't remember. Like for me personally, I will not remember that day. I might, but I probably most likely will not because I do so many things every single day. But when let's say you go on a trip, you take pictures, you're going to now remember because of that picture or that, let's say like the souvenir you bought.
Yeah.
So those things like create memories. So for me, friendship has helped me learn that like, it's not about the money. It's more about the memories with your friends and how you're impacting each other, what you guys are doing in the moment. Cause that person might need you at like on that day, on that time. And like, sometimes you don't even have to spend money or even too much of it. If we're saying we're best friends, I can be completely honest with you saying, hey, like I have like a very strict budget or like I legit don't want to spend money. Can I just come over to your house and chill? It can be that easy because I'm really close with her. Like I can say that to her and she'll understand. But if it's someone else, then it's a bit harder because it's like I don't want to tell them like
know how they'll feel.
Yeah, I don't know how they'll feel or I don't want them to know it too much. So many other things. It just ends up being that understanding that it's not about the money, it's about the memory. So for sure. At the same time, it's important to have a balance and stick to your budget, but also still making room to spend time with your friends.
Exactly. And Gloria, I think you've been very intentional. I mean, you've always been intentional, but I think just what you said, like it doesn't have to involve always spending money, but it's the intention that counts. That coming over, watching a movie, eating popcorn, at each other's house. If that's what it's gonna be, then so be it.
Yeah.
And having simple conversations and just vibing.
Yeah, because even in those moments that we can bring something, it can take the conversation somewhere deeper.
Exactly.
Whereas like if we're going to events or somewhere where there's a lot of people, we're not going to be able to have that intimate moment to talk about, you might be struggling with something. And because like I'm with you, but I'm not with you because other people are around. Exactly. You won't be able to feel comfortable to tell me in that space. I would at least.
Yeah, so that's true. That's true. Definitely.
Sometimes that's good too.
That's very good and definitely clear because I think what we've been doing recently is like not like trying to meet up with each other more often. We're trying our best. That it doesn't have to be in a big setting because like just like she said that if we're in a big setting, it makes it harder for us to like communicate or talk about like deep things. We made that really clear this year because we felt like, okay, all the time, whether it was graduation, someone's birthday, that's when me and Gloria will be seeing each other. But we really made it clear that we wanted to spend more time with each other and outside of that. So I'm proud of us.
Yeah, that's you. Last thing, what would you say like to just close it off? Or how can I be a better friend moving forward? I think we talked about this, but if you want to say that on camera, you can.
Yeah. I feel like just maybe trying to find a balance with it all because I know that we all go through our different things in life. The amount of years that we've been friends for should say, I don't know, like the longevity of how long we've been friends for shows that we're still here, we're still trying, we're still growing. And I feel like we're not perfect yet. But one thing that I would say is just trying to find that balance.
Oh, okay. Just making more time for
Making more time.
making more room.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying it already. Like, you mean like meeting once a month, like making
making plans. Just finding balance. Like even though we are busy with our like life, like I think maybe when we do meet, I think we've already talked about this. But let's say we meet today. Planning when we are going to meet, like maybe, okay, Glory, in November, we're going to see, like November 2nd, we have that date already planned out. Like, okay, this is what's going to happen so that we already blocked out that date. And it's going to come out. We're still learning through that, obviously. Like sometimes there's things that come up that it's beyond our control. But I think just being intentional on this side, it's all that matters. And I feel like it's what has kept us going this long.
We're thinking the same thing. Yeah, essentially the same thing. Like, I wouldn't say we can do anything now. I think we're already working towards it. And because this is kind of still something we just kind of recently started and talked about, and like we're working on it right now. So being more intentional, making more time together outside of group events, outside of texting, outside of calling, whatever it is, but making more time for like just being together, trusting about things outside of work, relationships, other things, and just checking on each other's mental health, how we're actually doing, finding ways to, even doing this, helping each other with our goals, things like that, being more intentional, and we'll see results.
Sorry, one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think one thing we need to do more is being more, I mean, we're already vulnerable with each other, but being more vulnerable with each other emotionally. I think we need to do more of that, like just being comfortable, or whether it's uncomfortable, just talking about deeper feelings. And if that's going to lead us to crying, I think Gloria and I haven't. In our friendship, I would not lie, I can't count how many times that I've cried to Gloria or that she has cried to me.
I don't think you ever cried to me, but
You see, but Gloria,
whose fault is that?
Gloria has cried to me once, and this was like 2 years ago during
Was it 2 years ago?
real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Real estate stuff. I won't go into details, but
1-0.
1-0. But I would want us to do more of that, and just us knowing that it's okay to do that.
You blame it on my yaks or like my African genes.
Right.
It's just weird to cry in front of people.
I know.
So,
but I'm not people.
I mean, you're not bohiful, but like because we bond closer in the past 2-3 years, that might even still take time. Yeah. But I agree with you on that. Yeah. We can work on it.
We can work on it. Okay. This is a long-going conversation. I don't think this can be discussed in just one.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We'll talk to each other. Yeah. But thank you for listening, and let us know what you guys think is something that you've learned about friendship for this year or all of your years of being a friend or having a friend. But until next time, thank you for listening, and let's keep building.
Thank you.
Bye.